Arsenal versus Manchester United. Everything you need to know about this massive Premier League clash. Welcome back to United Daily Updates, your most trusted source for everything Manchester United. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we bring you the latest news, match previews, and expert analysis on all things United. Today we have got something special for you. We are breaking down one of the biggest matches of the season as Manchester United travel to North London to face Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. This is not just another game. This is a clash that could define both team seasons. Arsenal are sitting pretty at the top of the table while United are climbing back into form. So grab your cup of tea, settle in, and let us dive deep into everything you need to know about this massive fixture. The big question on everyone's mind. Can Manchester United pull off another shock result and dent Arsenal's title hopes? Or will the Gunners use their home advantage to strengthen their grip on the Premier League trophy? These are the questions that every football fan is asking right now. And honestly, after what we saw from United against Manchester City, anything feels possible. When and where is this battle happening? Let us start with the basics because you do not want to miss this one. The match is scheduled for Sunday, January 25th, and it is happening at the Emirates Stadium in North London. Kickoff is at 16:30 UK time, which means it is the perfect Sunday evening fixture to cap off your weekend. The Emirates has always been a tough place to visit. Arsenal fans create an amazing atmosphere there, and their team tends to feed off that energy. But United have never been the type of club to back down from a challenge, no matter where they are playing. Where do both teams stand right now? This is where things get really interesting. Arsenal are absolutely flying at the moment. They are sitting at the top of the Premier League table with 50 points from 22 games. That is the kind of form that wins titles. They have been consistent, they have been clinical, and they have looked like genuine champions throughout most of this season. Manchester United, on the other hand, are in 5th place with 35 points from the same number of games. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. 5th place sounds quite far from first, right? But here is the thing. United are building momentum at exactly the right time. They are not out of the race for Champions League qualification, and with the way they have been playing recently, they could still have a big say in where the title ends up. The gap between these two teams is significant on paper. 15 points is not nothing. But football is not played on paper. It is played on grass, and on any given Sunday, anything can happen. Recent form tells an interesting story. Let us talk about how both teams have been performing in their recent matches because this gives us some real clues about what might happen on Sunday. Arsenal were on an incredible winning run that had everyone convinced they were going to run away with the league. But then something interesting happened. They travelled to Nottingham Forest and got held to a goalless draw. Now, one draw is not a crisis. Far from it. But it does show that Arsenal are human. They can be stopped. They can have off days just like any other team. That draw at the City ground will be playing on their minds. When you are leading the table, every dropped point feels like a missed opportunity. Every match where you do not win creates a tiny bit of doubt. And doubt can be a dangerous thing in a title race. Now let us talk about Manchester United. Oh boy, where do we even start? The performance against Manchester City was something special. United did not just beat City. They dominated them. They outplayed them. They made Pep Guardiola's team look ordinary. The final score was 2-0, but it could have been more. That victory was not just about the 3 points. It was a statement. It was United saying to the rest of the Premier League that they are back. That they can compete with the very best. That they can go to big grounds and perform under pressure. That kind of confidence is worth its weight in gold. Think about what that result does for the players' belief. When you beat the team that has dominated English football for years, you start thinking that you can beat anyone. And that mindset could be exactly what United need when they walk out at the Emirates. The schedule advantage that nobody is talking about. Here is something that could be absolutely massive for this match. Arsenal have to play a Champions League match against Inter Milan in Italy on Tuesday, January 20th. That is just 5 days before they face United. They will have to travel to Milan, play a tough European match, travel back to London, and then prepare for United. That is a lot of miles. That is a lot of energy spent. That is a lot of mental and physical fatigue. Manchester United, on the other hand, are not playing in any European competition this season. I know that hurts to say. We all wanted to see United in the Champions League. But right now, in this specific situation, it might actually be a blessing in disguise. While Arsenal are battling it out in Europe, United players will be resting. They will be training. They will be fresh. They will be focused entirely on this one match. No travel. No jet lag. No tired legs. No divided attention. Michael Carrick can use the entire week to prepare his team tactically. He can work on specific patterns of play. He can make sure every player knows exactly what their job is. That kind of preparation time is incredibly valuable, and it could give United a real edge. Think about it from a physical perspective too. Football at the highest level is incredibly demanding. Players need recovery time. When you are playing twice a week, especially with travel involved, your body never gets a chance to fully recover. But United's players will be as fresh as they have been all season. This schedule situation might not sound like the most exciting talking point, but it could genuinely be the difference between winning and losing on Sunday. The history between these two giants. Manchester United versus Arsenal is one of the most historic rivalries in English football. These two clubs have faced each other 244 times before Sunday's match. That means this will be the 245th meeting across all competitions. Think about all the drama, all the goals, all the controversial moments that have happened in those 244 previous encounters. The overall record slightly favours United. They have won 102 of those matches compared to Arsenal's 91 victories. There have been 51 draws. So historically speaking, United have the edge. But history does not win you football matches. What matters is what happens on the day. Now here is where things get a bit concerning for United fans. Arsenal have been absolutely dominant in recent home matches between these two teams. They have won all 4 of their most recent Premier League games against United at the Emirates Stadium. That is a perfect record. That is 4 wins out of 4. Those victories will give Arsenal confidence. Their players know they can beat United at home because they have done it multiple times recently. But here is the thing about records. They exist to be broken. And United will be coming to the Emirates with the belief that they can be the team to end that winning streak. Every time these two teams meet, there is something special in the air. The players know the history. The fans know the history. There is an intensity to these matches that you do not get in regular fixtures. Both sets of players will be giving absolutely everything because they know how much it means. Who will be wearing the whistle? The match officials have been announced, and it is always interesting to know who will be in charge of such a big game. Craig Pawson will be the referee in the middle. He is an experienced official who has handled plenty of big matches before. Pawson will be assisted on the touchlines by Lee Betts and Matt Wilks. These are the guys who will be watching for offsides, watching for fouls near the sideline, and helping the referee make the right decisions. Tom Brummel has been named as the 4th official, which means he will be managing the technical areas and helping with substitutions. Perhaps most importantly, Paul Tierney will be on VAR duty. Love it or hate it, VAR has become a huge part of modern football. In a match this big, with so much at stake, every decision will be analysed and debated. Having an experienced official like Tierney on VAR could be crucial if there are any controversial incidents. Referees do not decide matches, but they can certainly influence them. Both teams will be hoping for fair and consistent officiating throughout the 90 minutes. What makes this match so important? Let us talk about why this match matters so much beyond just the 3 points. For Arsenal, this is about maintaining their position at the top of the table. They have worked so hard to get there. They have been consistent. They have been excellent. But they know that in a title race, you cannot afford to slip up against your rivals. A win for Arsenal would send a message to everyone else in the league. It would say that they are not going to crack under pressure. That they can handle the big moments. That they have what it takes to go all the way and win the Premier League. But what if they drop points? What if United come to the Emirates and get a result? That would create doubt. Other teams chasing Arsenal would suddenly believe they have a chance. The pressure would increase. And in a tight title race, pressure can do funny things to even the best teams. For Manchester United, this match is about continuing their upward trajectory. The win against Manchester City showed everyone what this team is capable of when they play to their potential. Now they need to prove it was not just a one-off. They need to show they can do it consistently. United are fighting for a Champions League place. They are fighting to restore pride to the club. They are fighting to show the fans that better days are ahead. A result at the Emirates would be absolutely massive for confidence and momentum. Think about what a win or even a draw would do for United's season. It would prove they can compete with the very best. It would show they can handle pressure away from home. It would give everyone at the club belief that they are moving in the right direction. The tactical battle we can expect. This is going to be fascinating from a tactical perspective. Arsenal under their current system love to control possession. They like to build from the back. They are patient. They wait for the right moment to strike. Their movement off the ball is exceptional, and they create chances through clever passing combinations. United, especially after the Manchester City match, have shown they can be very effective on the counter-attack. They have pace in the team. They have players who can hurt you in transition. If they can stay compact defensively and hit Arsenal on the break, they could cause serious problems. The key for United will be discipline. They cannot afford to get pulled out of position. They cannot afford to leave gaps that Arsenal's creative players can exploit. They need to be organized, they need to be compact, and they need to be patient. For Arsenal, the challenge is breaking down a well-organized United defense. They will have most of the possession. They will have most of the territory. But having the ball means nothing if you cannot create clear chances. They will need to be creative, they will need to move the ball quickly, and they will need to take their chances when they come. Set pieces could be huge in this match. Both teams have threats from corners and free kicks. One moment of quality from a dead ball situation could be the difference between winning and losing. The atmosphere will be electric. If you have never been to the Emirates Stadium for a big match, it is quite an experience. The Arsenal fans will be in full voice from the first minute. They will be singing, they will be chanting, they will be doing everything they can to give their team an advantage. But United fans will travel in numbers too. They always do. The away end will be packed with passionate supporters who have made the journey to London to back their team. Those fans will make themselves heard. They will let the players know they are not alone. There is something special about away support in English football. When your team scores in front of the away end, it is one of the best feelings in the sport. The players feed off that energy. They know that thousands of people have spent their hard-earned money and given up their Sunday to support them. The atmosphere could genuinely impact the match. If Arsenal score early and the Emirates gets rocking, that could make things very difficult for United. But if United can weather the early storm and maybe even score first, suddenly the home crowd might get nervous. They might start questioning their team. And that could work in United's favour. What the experts are saying. Football pundits and experts have been giving their predictions for this match, and opinions are divided. Some believe Arsenal's quality and home advantage will be too much for United. Others point to United's recent form and think they can cause an upset. The truth is, nobody really knows what is going to happen. That is the beauty of football. That is why we watch. On paper, Arsenal should win this match. They are top of the table. They are at home. They have been more consistent all season. But football is not played on paper. United have proven they can rise to the occasion. They have proven they can perform in big matches. They have players who thrive under pressure. And sometimes in football, momentum and confidence matter more than league position. The pressure is on. Let us talk about pressure for a moment because it is a huge factor in matches like this. Arsenal have more to lose. They are the team at the top. They are the team everyone expects to win. If they drop points at home against a team 15 points behind them, people will ask questions. The media will create drama. The pressure will increase. United, in some ways, are playing with freedom. Nobody expects them to get a result at the Emirates. If they lose, people will say it was predictable. But if they win or draw, they are heroes. That lack of expectation can actually be liberating for players. It allows them to play without fear. Arsenal's players might be feeling the weight of expectation. They might be thinking about the title race. They might be thinking about the Champions League match they just played. All of that creates pressure. And pressure can make you play cautiously. It can make you second-guess yourself. United's players, riding high from the Manchester City win, might be playing with pure confidence. They might believe they can win this match. And belief is a powerful thing in football. What needs to happen for United to get a result? Let us be realistic here. Getting a positive result at the Emirates is going to be tough. Arsenal are a very good team, and they have home advantage. But it is not impossible. Here is what United need to do to give themselves the best chance. First, they need to start well. Do not concede an early goal. The first 15 minutes will be crucial. Arsenal will come flying out of the blocks. The crowd will be loud. The tempo will be high. United need to weather that storm. If they can get to 20 or 25 minutes at 0-0, the crowd might get a bit restless, and United can grow into the game. Second, they need to be clinical. United will not have 20 chances in this match. They might only get 2 or 3 clear opportunities. They need to take them. They need their forwards to be sharp and decisive. Third, they need to defend as a team. Not just the back four. Not just the goalkeeper. Every single player needs to defend. The forwards need to press. The midfielders need to track runners. Everyone needs to be switched on for 90 minutes. Fourth, they need to manage the game intelligently. If they get a lead, they need to protect it. That might mean slowing the game down. That might mean keeping the ball in the corner. It is not always pretty, but it is effective. Finally, they need a bit of luck. Every team needs luck in football. Maybe a deflection goes their way. Maybe an offside decision goes in their favor. Maybe the Arsenal striker has an off day. You need those little moments to go your way when you are playing against the best teams. The bigger picture. This match is part of a much bigger story for both clubs. Arsenal are trying to win their first Premier League title in years. They have come close before. They have had their hearts broken. This season feels different. This season feels like it might finally be their year. But they need to keep winning. They need to keep the pressure on. They cannot afford slip-ups. Manchester United are in a rebuilding phase. There is no point pretending otherwise. This is not the dominant United of years past. But they are making progress. They are improving. They are starting to look like a team with identity and purpose again. Results like the one against Manchester City show what they are capable of. Now they need to prove they can do it consistently. For United fans, this season is about progress. It is about seeing improvement. It is about believing that better times are ahead. A result at Arsenal would be a massive step forward in that journey. Why you should not miss this match. If you are a football fan, you need to watch this match. These are two of the biggest clubs in English football history. They have given us so many memorable moments over the years. This Sunday could add another chapter to that story. The quality will be high. These are top-level players performing at the highest level of English football. You will see skill, you will see passion, you will see drama. You will see what makes the Premier League the most exciting league in the world. The stakes are real. This is not a meaningless mid-season fixture. This match matters. For Arsenal, it is about maintaining their title charge. For United, it is about proving they belong among the elite. Those stakes create intensity. They create drama. They create the kind of football that you remember for years. You never know what you might witness. You might see an absolute screamer of a goal. You might see a controversial decision that everyone talks about for weeks. You might see a tactical masterclass. You might see an unexpected hero emerge. That is the magic of football. You just never know. Final thoughts before kickoff. As we count down to Sunday, the excitement is building. Both sets of fans are nervous. Both sets of fans are hopeful. Both sets of fans are dreaming of what might happen. Arsenal fans are imagining their team extending their lead at the top. They are imagining another dominant home performance. They are imagining celebrating another 3 points in the title race. United fans are imagining an upset. They are imagining their team playing with the same intensity they showed against City. They are imagining silencing the Emirates. They are imagining the celebrations if they can pull off a result. The beauty of football is that anything can happen. The favorites do not always win. The underdog story is always possible. That is why we love this game. Both teams have quality. Both teams have players who can decide the match in a moment. Both teams have something to play for. That is the recipe for a fantastic football match. Join us for the journey. Here at United Daily Updates, we will be covering every moment of this massive match. We will bring you pre-match analysis, live reactions, and post-match breakdowns. We will give you the insights and perspectives that you will not find anywhere else. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you do not miss any of our coverage. Turn on those notifications so you know the moment we upload new content. We are building a community of passionate United fans who love discussing the team, debating the tactics, and sharing the highs and lows of following this incredible club. Whether United win, lose, or draw on Sunday, we will be here to talk about it. We will celebrate the victories together. We will analyze the defeats together. We will support our team together. Because that is what being a Manchester United fan is all about. The stage is set. The Emirates Stadium will be packed. The players are ready. The tactics have been prepared. Now all that is left is for the referee to blow the whistle and let these two giants battle it out. Sunday, January 25th at 16:30 UK time. Arsenal vs Manchester United. Do not miss it. This is the kind of match that reminds us why we fell in love with football in the first place. Come on United.